Yo, fine scouts and intrepid internet travelers, welcome to my channel. I'm Josh, your Binge Buffoon, if you will have me. Today, I'm going to be watching John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. This is sort of a last-minute decision to watch this movie on this channel. I got invited to go watch John Wick 4 in theaters this afternoon, and I haven't seen this one, the third movie. To be honest, it's been a while since I saw the first and the second. So before recording this, I watched Screen Crush. Is that the name of the channel? Yeah. I love that guy. I watched his catch-up video. Regardless, I'll still be a little fuzzy on names and details when watching this, so please bear with me. I do know now and remember that at the end of 2, John Wick became excommunicado, which is Latin for... I don't remember what it's Latin for. It just means he's cut off from the high table and its community. And there's a bounty on his head. Big bounty. I do remember Parabellum means prepare for war in Latin. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Lance Reddick. Obviously, he passed away recently at the age of 60. Too soon. May he rest in peace. Shout out to him and his family. All my love with them. What else is there to say, really, other than... stuntman turned director Chad Stahelski, Keanu Reeves, the man, the myth, the legend. He's not the internet's boyfriend anymore because it's Pedro Pascal, but in my mind he is the internet's Jesus because he's done everything short of walking on water in these films. These films being part of what is arguably the greatest action franchise of the 21st century. Yeah, let's get into it. Reaction channel. Let's ride the coattails of other people's art. And to anyone who's like, how can you call this one of the greatest action franchises of the 21st century, but you haven't seen the third film? I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened there. If I have seen it, I don't remember. And typically, I do remember films pretty vividly. So, I don't know. I'm watching it now, and I'm really excited to see the fourth film tonight because I've heard amazing things. Anyway. The aesthetic of these films is so cool.
John Wick, excommunicado, in effect 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
One of the coolest things about these films is when you think about crime and you think about the underworld, like it's not upper class in your mind, but in these movies it is. And there's something so appealing about that. To take what is perceived to typically be below low class and make it the complete and utter opposite. That in and of itself turns reality on its head, which sort of allows for everything else that happens in these films to be accepted. It really helps to suspend disbelief, you know.
$14 million bounty on his head. Every interested party in the city wants a piece of it. I'd say the odds are about even.
Yeah. Love me some McShane, some Ian.
But I know better, man. I know better. I know what.
Oh, it's that one comedian. Oh, because there's the underground network of homeless people. This is what I was talking about, obviously, again.
No time to dilly-dally, Mr. Wick.
New York Public Library.
You got it.
I love pit bulls, honestly. They have such a bad rep, but they're so, like... They're wonderful dogs, really.
Change of plan.
Was giving him the coin?
The Continental. Can you see that he's received by the concierge?
Oh.
Good dog.
Oh, he's making sure the dog has a home. Because he doesn't think he's going to make it, necessarily.
John Wick, excommunicado, in effect 20 minutes.
What, did he have a day at the end of the last movie? Or maybe it was an hour? Maybe this is... So we're picking up pretty much right where we left off.
Can I help you?
Russian folktale. Alexander Afanasyev. Narodny Ruski Skarsky, 1864.
Gonna be something in the book? Yeah.
Consider your origins. You were not made to live as brutes. Dante.
Inferno, yeah.
14 million, it's a lot of money.
Not if you can't spend it.
A steak knife? Always gotta punch the book. Oh. Yikes. Yikes. What book was that? Was it his? Oh, it was the... Okay. My biggest concern was, what story killed him? Oh my god, it's an ad! Damn it! How do I do this without ads? Sorry, guys. I'm watching on someone else's Peacock. I didn't even think about how there's just a bunch of ad breaks. This is going to make it difficult to sync up. I do think this Ghosted movie with Chris Evans and Ana de Armas will be good. Or fun.
Dog, it's Wick! No, I can't. I still have 5 minutes. Please.
Maybe I have seen this. Because I remember the doctor.
All right, sit there.
Or maybe at least part of it.
John Wick, excommunicado. In
In
effect,
fact, 1 minute. So what happens if he's still patching him up after, you know, the 1 minute? Does that mean his life is forfeit, the doctor?
Doc.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
John Wick, excommunicado. In effect, in 5.
Well, 4. They really count this down. It's a real big deal. I mean, he is Baba Yaga, I guess. This is probably just a huge deal in the Vinegar World of Assassins.
John Wick, 14 million.
Just stop.
Is now in effect.
They're all just dressed like 1950s waitresses or something. I don't know. But it's funny. Like, what we're doing is totally illegal, but there's a dress code.
They'll never believe I stopped on the hour.
But you did.
They'll know.
They won't.
Know what?
I told you where the medicine was.
Oh, you gotta shoot him. Alright, I'm gonna be completely honest. I do remember seeing this part now. But maybe I've just seen the beginning of this movie and had to stop for some reason.
Where?
Here, just below my floating rib. Be sure not to hit my leg.
And he got it. He's an amazing aim.
One may not be enough. Be sure not to graze my car.
Yeah, he's got it. He's fine. John Wick's surgical in here, in this bish. Bish. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Good luck, Mr. Wick.
Thanks, Doc.
The main reason I feel like, or know that I haven't seen this in its entirety, is I don't remember Halle Berry at all in this franchise. And I know she's in this because of, you know, the internet and trailers and whatnot. Oh, this is a convenient place to go. Old school. Another cool music. Not even remotely suspenseful for him. Now he's got his game face on. I mean, it is suspenseful for him, but this is work. I mean, he's about to do it. He's about to do work. Real quick, John Wick or The Punisher? Who wins? To follow that question up, a follow-up question, John Wick or Batman? I think John Wick most likely takes The Punisher, but Batman will take down John Wick. Ooh. Mostly because of the gear. Ooh, nut shot. Surrounded by weapons. Ooh. This is a cool way to stage a fight with just break the glass and grab weapons. Like a fucking video game. They're looting and fighting, you know? Jesus Christ. This is your friend. Hits the bullet with the knife. So wild. This really makes you feel lazy, you know? Just all the bodies, just with knives, just picking knives out of them. Sorry, bud. You might as well just let go because you're making it it's making it, you know, more painful for yourself. The anticipation. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a good boy. What a good boy. Oh, he's gonna ride the horse, right? I remember seeing that in a trailer or something. Or maybe I've seen this movie, like I said. I don't think so. Woo! See, horses scare me for that reason. John Wick, he's weaponizing horses. He just knows how. Oh, and the horse is gonna go. Savagery. Savagery. Oh my god. The guy crossing the street. I like that. I like that they took that in there. Because... He just take his own gun? They really are just NPCs in this movie. But it's so much fun.
John Wick. Open contract increase 15 million.
Where are you going, Jonathan?
Is it a time thing, or just because he's killing so many people? Probably both. If he's still out there, it's the rate's gonna increase. More difficult it becomes, etc. I vaguely remember this now. He's gonna go see somebody with power. Oh, something to do with his family, right? Something to do with okay, I'm gonna put first time watching on this video title. Don't call me out because, like I said, I thought going into this, I probably just saw the beginning of this.
Giordani, why have you come home?
Who is this to him? Oh.
I still have my ticket.
You honor me by bringing death to my front door.
Moje imię Giordani Jovanovich.
Okay.
Ja dитя Беларуси.
Okay.
Сирота из твоего племени.
Okay.
Ты должна мне помочь.
Okay.
You are bound, and I am old.
Is this backstory that we already had? I'm assuming not. Wow. So she's not a ballerina because she necessarily likes it.
No, when my pupils first come here, they wish for one thing. A life free of suffering.
Oh.
As you know.
Oh. Oh, but there's gonna be that spin-off series or spin-off films with Ana de Armas, right? Called Ballerina. I'm assuming it's gonna follow her as one of these orphans that was raised by a lady.
Is it Sabachki?
Kind of. The puppy's, it's a bit more than a puppy. Yeah, it wasn't just a puppy. Oh, so this is how he grew up. He's got to be some sort of legend to these kids. So the dudes wrestle and the girls dance.
The high table wants your life. How can you escape from the light? Of course, you can go to the dark, but they're in the dark too.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Where did you want to go?
Casablanca.
The path to paradise begins in hell.
This woman's full of one-liners, or multiple liners. That first one was more of a soliloquy, but she's like the community mother. She's kind of like probably a mother to him. There's nothing worse.
Your ticket is torn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so this just means you're used up. Even though he can just hide his back. Whatever. Maybe I should, like, make a list.
You can never come home again.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Is it because the tattoo on his back reflected was indicative of his relationship with you know, and now they, broke it?
Welcome to the Continental. How may I help you?
He's so good in these movies as this character, Lance. Couldn't read that.
So, there is an adjudicator here to see you.
I presume you're here to discuss John Wick.
You're mistaken. I'm not here for Mr. Wick. I'm here because Mr. Wick broke the rules in this hotel. The blood was spilt on the grounds of the Continental, was it not?
She's like a detective, but, you know, for Continental? Or the high table, I mean?
Santino D'Antonio.
Oh, right, Santino's
A
dead.
newly instated member of the High Table, slain by Mr. Wick while seeking sanctuary in the Continental. With a 45 ACP, it appears.
Huh. She knows the weapon based upon the...
You've known Mr. Wick for a great many years. It might even be fair to call you friends, yes?
Yeah, they're definitely friends.
I've been in service for over 40 years.
Under the table, serving the table. Everything is under the table. I understand that you have your loyalties, but this cannot be overlooked.
It's clever that the high table, everything is under the table. That's clever.
At such time, your successor will be named.
Oh no, you're booting Ian?
Enjoy your stay at the Continental.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Santino invoke his marker to get John Wick to kill his sister because he wanted to be at the table? Or wanted a seat at the high table? So wouldn't that sort of make him treasonous or a traitor to the table? Does the high table know this about Santino? I might just be talking nonsense. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen these movies.
What the hell do you want?
I wanted to see where it didn't happen.
Where what didn't happen?
Where you didn't kill John Wick.
Look, he's likable. People just like him, okay?
You gave John Wick
feel
7
like-
bullets. The High Table is giving you 7 days.
7 days for what exactly?
Oh, she's booting everybody.
And find a new home for your birds.
I feel like you're just gonna ally all the major players even more with John.
No, there will be no replacement for me on the throne, because I am the throne, baby. I am the Bowery.
You have 7 days.
7 days. It's always 7 days, right? It's literally always 7 days. Whether it be in the Bible or... Yeah, naturally, of course. I mean, his bounty would extend to the worldwide, international. I wonder why Casablanca. For the record, I definitely... This is more than I've seen of this movie. None of this rings a bell. He brought a knife to a John Wick fight. Or knives. Never bring knives to a John Wick fight. If you're gonna be in a fight with John Wick, just a grenade launcher or something.
I'm afraid our friend here is off limits. It seems the manager has granted him amnesty.
Because he's likable, right? This character really wouldn't work if it was anyone but Keanu Reeves. And you could argue, oh, you know, oh.
Welcome to Casablanca, Mr. Wick.
But I think the fact that John Wick's played by Keanu, who's such a larger-than-life figure outside of, it just makes it work so much better. Man works hard.
Welcome to the Moroccan Continental. I hope you'll find it to your taste.
Is this gonna be Hallie? Yeah. Oh, and she... What is she? Likes dogs, of course. Dude, it's John Wick. You're supposed to love him.
You a dog person, John?
Yes, he is.
You can't kill the bearer of your marker.
I didn't kill you.
Yeah.
I just shot you.
Okay.
Good to see you too.
I should shoot you in the head right now.
You guys used to date or something?
You're excommunicado, John. And that marker doesn't mean shit.
Really?
This is your blood.
Right, I thought blood elves extend beyond.
Sit.
That's all she needed was a reminder and
I
then
was talking to you, John.
an explanation. This is what this means.
You do realize that I'm management now, right?
Oh.
So I don't go around shooting people in the head.
John, you really could have just stayed in the business and been promoted and probably lived a relatively peaceful life.
You want to kill Barada?
I'm not gonna kill him. I just need to talk.
Alright, I was going to say this is like the Casablanca equivalent of the Continental.
If I make one mistake, maybe somebody goes looking for my daughter. Know what you did, John, to get her out?
Oh.
Do you want to know where she is?
No. I don't ever want to know. A part of me longs for her. And I have to kill that part of myself every day. You have to kill what you love.
Sounds like being a writer.
I'm just asking you to try. Either way, you and me will be even.
It's really good that before the events of these films, John did a lot of people a lot of favors. And cash in on all these, you know. Jeez. Looks at the dogs.
How can I help you? I wasn't expecting the high table so soon.
Oh, he's just...
I have served. I will be of service.
Is it... I feel like the High Table's about to start a war with the group that raised John. I forget now the name. Oh, the Ruska Roma Crime Syndicate. So, okay. Right.
The High Table and the Ruska Roma have an understanding.
Yeah.
Yes. And you helped John Wick. Hold out your helping hands and pledge your fealty.
Nothing's ever just a conversation with you, John.
That's true. There's always some sort of fight. She's arming the dogs. Or vests on the dogs, I mean.
Always so nice to see. And the dogs, of course, how marvelous. May I pet one?
Certainly. Dazir,
Braun.
Jonathan Wick.
Braun was probably one of my favorite characters
I heard you had made
in
a walk
God.
to our shores. Tell me, you come here to kill me?
Probably not, but he probably will.
You know where the word assassin comes from?
I have no idea where the word assassin comes from, and I played like most of the Assassin's Creed games.
Meaning men who are faithful and who abide by their beliefs.
Hmm.
The first coin ever minted in this facility. Next to it, the first mark.
Oh.
Now this coin, of course, it does not represent a monetary value. It represents the commerce of relationships.
Yeah.
Why would I allow you to live here alive when your life has been, by your own actions, forfeit?
Good question.
I seek a meeting with the one who sits above the table.
God? Your father? Because I made a joke about him being Jesus. I'm not trying to be blasphemous for any Christians watching this. My bad.
The elder is not a man you find. He can only choose to find you.
I'm really curious to see who plays the elder now.
Go to the edge of the desert, look up. Walk until you are almost dead, then keep walking. When you are on your last breath, he will find you.
These directions seem like a bad joke. But they're so interesting and cool.
I have hosted your friend. What do you offer in return?
He wants a dog?
Yet so fierce.
Oh, man.
No, you cannot keep my dog.
Very well. And I will kill it.
Oh, what? Yeah. Yeah. So many people watching this are like, yeah. Look at Halle Berry go. Let's go. In the nuts. Oh my god. That wasn't even the nuts. That was like the thing itself. I feel like people need to like realize that if you pick a fight with John, you're probably going to lose. Yeah, you probably shouldn't kill him.
Shot my dog.
I get it.
Yeah, but he just got his dick bit off. It's just like, oh, just in his arm, his bicep, quick. Yikes, man. These dogs are awesome. Wow. I vaguely remember something about hearing that Halle did firearms training with Keanu and stuff. Obviously, it makes sense. She got into this. She's doing great. This is really awesome. The way they're filming this and the dogs getting in on the action. That's the move. Wow. Damn. These magazines are infinite. Well, no. These, I see John putting... That was cool. Is it weird that I'm smiling watching this? No. What's most impressive about this is kind of the dogs. The choreography is just incredible. It's like, oh, they're fighting, they're grappling, get them in a compromising position, shoot them in the head, shoot them in the arm, yada yada yada, you know? Yada yada yada, Baba Yaga. Ooh. Ugh. Jesus Christ, the nuts, they bite the nuts all the time. It's like the hardest thing to watch right now. Is that something that attack dogs are like actually trained to do regularly, or is that like an instinctive canine thing to go for the nuts? I mean, either would make sense. Yeah, you got why even try to get out of the car? Just keep going. Oh fuck, man. These dogs are like the I don't know. I wanted to say something clever about the dogs being just incredible, but they're incredible. Now you guys have to park and then just walk until your feet hurt, and then spin around 5 times, lick your finger, draw your name in the sand, wait for a reply. Something like that. Just extremely eccentric and abstract instructions.
But you are gonna die.
I feel like at some point John Wick's gonna kill Death himself or herself. Themselves. What? That's mean. And now she's gonna give it to him? Oh, that's a dick move.
Better get going.
I'd still drink it. Love you, Hallie. That's probably gross to say. No coordinates or anything. He's just wandering aimlessly. Whatever. I mean, I dig it. This reminds me of that one novel. What's the book I'm thinking of? Where the whole thing's like an analogy. I'll think of it at some point and say it. Oh, because they're taking down the Bowery now? What are you gonna do, Lawrence? They're really getting their asses killed. He's gotta have some sort of plan, right? The smile would indicate he does.
You have earned my fealty. I guess it's time I told you to climb down off your high table and go fuck yourself.
Your penance will be paid with 7 cuts.
Well, sometimes you gotta cut a motherfucker.
7 cuts. He just killed all his men, though. Oh, so he's dead. It wasn't like with the chick's hand. Or maybe he's fine. I don't know. He's probably fine. He's got to be in the 4th film. Oh, is this... So the god just... I'm just going to call the guy above the high table God. So the god just has... Or maybe these are just random people. I don't know. They aren't, though. That wouldn't...
Don't worry, your weapon is still there.
Yeah.
Please drink.
Is it just a shot glass full of water?
Looking for you.
Oh, it's the guy. Okay, this is him. This is the dude.
Why do you wish to live?
My wife, Helen. To remember her.
Complete a task for us, and your excommunicado will be reversed.
Boy.
Doing what you do best for the rest of your day.
Oh. So he won't... There's no life of peace. Wouldn't that dishonor his wife's memory, though?
Die here and now, or continue to live and remember through death.
Ooh. The paradox.
What must be done?
The cost of your life will be the death of others. The first of which will be the man they called Winston.
No.
And if you wish to remember, this is the choice you must make.
You can't turn on the people who helped you. Or the man who helped you.
I will serve.
I think he's lying. Was this another hand thing?
Mr. John.
Or finger he's gonna take off? Yeah. Just make it your trigger finger. Why would you? Well, that's your ring finger. Why?
Thank you.
Why, though? I mean, I feel like he's gonna have some sort of master plan. Oh, you're just getting branded. Ay!
Marhaba.
It just... So he gets excommunicata. And then all he has to do to not be excommunicata is to work for them again. I feel like that conversation could have been had before. Why does John want to live? He's saying that he wants to survive to keep the memory of his wife and their love alive? Does John not believe in an afterlife then? I guess not. Nice new suit though. Well, they're letting him through now. He's back.
Stick together, kids. I wouldn't have stopped.
That's true. That guy's just a magician.
Going to the continent.
Wow.
Be with you. He was.
And John can do it too. Nice trick. Back to what I said before. You give John Wick all Batman's goodies and John Wick wins, but without them, I think Batman's got it. I don't know, actually, it'd be a pretty even fight. Actually, no. Batman's got it. Always. So he has to kill Winston in order for the excommunicado to lift, and they're not going to just let him... They're not going to just lift it and give him the opportunity to kill Winston? This is wild. All I can think about is how much those bikes cost right now. Oh, he's at the Continental. Oh, well, duh. Oh, nice.
Put your weapon down.
Lance is the coolest.
I'd like to see the manager.
Of course.
I suppose if they lifted the excommunicado, it would be suspicious. But also, if he's excommunicado, the rules of the Continental, and it shouldn't really apply to him. But I love it. I love how they're just trying to kill each other. Why is he sitting so close to him? This guy's a robot. And he's like, why'd you move? No etiquette, this guy.
I gotta tell you, I've been looking forward to
meeting
you for a long time. I'm a huge
He's
fan.
a big fan. The dog. No, it's not the dog, but
I'm more of a cat person myself.
I can tell. Aw, good boy.
Damn, you know.
We're not the same.
No. We're both masters of death. Yeah, but the same can be said for a lot of the guys that associate with the high table. Oh, I know they're gonna fight. I know a fight's gonna happen. I've seen a clip of... I've seen this fight on YouTube. Sorry. Not between him and John, but... I remember this locale, this level.
We only use this room on special occasions, when you simply have to see what your opponent is holding under the table.
Under the table.
How was your journey here? Eventful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keanu, yeah. Oh, he knows.
If you feel you must, put a bullet through my heart.
Can't do that, Odin. He's not gonna do it.
You should have killed me in the Continental.
John's not gonna.
Then I'd rather die at the hand of a friend than that of an enemy. You shoot me, you sell your soul.
But I'll be alive, and I can remember her.
Until you die as a servant of the high table.
True.
Who do you wish to die as? The Baba Yaga? Or as a man who loved and was loved by his wife?
These are good questions, and he's making good points. I don't really understand why John would just want to be alive. If he's an atheist, I suppose it makes sense. If it's just about the memory of his wife and keeping that alive, remembering love.
Will you be putting a bullet in his head?
No. I don't think I will.
Okay. Okay, so they're together, and it's war against the High Table. With. She's got her send in the goons. Oh, so now they're the waitresses?
The Continental Hotel, New York.
New designation?
Deconsecrated.
Oh, does it mean this isn't like hollow ground anymore? Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
High Table emissaries will be joining you presently to see the removal of your souls from the property.
Yeah. Send in the goons.
This haven is safe no more.
No. I don't really... I never thought...
Services still off limits to me.
No. No.
Your privileges are reinstated.
Right. Give them everything.
Guns.
Lots of guns. I love that line. I love it. I love it. The delivery to Keanu. You're the best. I never thought John was going to kill Winston. I feel like it was kind of pointless for the movie to keep us... I don't know.
Let's make a withdrawal.
But I like that we're having this happen at the Continental, so I think that was sort of the point.
Much has changed during your time away.
Like what?
Well, let us say they have made armor improvements. I suggest the 2011 Combat Master in combination with the 9mm Major.
It just wouldn't be a John Wick movie without Lance Hand and Keanu artillery.
We'll be sending some of our finest for additional support.
Cool.
Cool?
Very cool.
Very cool. Probably will be.
Serious business.
Thank you.
Let us begin.
Bus is full of killers. What does it say? I didn't catch it. I want to know what the bus said on the decals. You know, for the benefit of civilians who are just blissfully unaware of this underground civilization of assassins. Classical music, nice. John Sierra will return shortly. Think you guys threw enough down.
Would you help set the mood for our new guests?
Of course, sir.
Oh, Lance is getting after it. Oh, I want to see him do some work. That's awesome.
I know.
Little mood lighting.
And you, Jonathan, do what you do best.
What's that?
Some people fuck. John Wick fucks people up. I hope that sounded as cool as I did in my head.
Parabellum.
Parabellum. Oh, fuck. Another ad. They have headgear on. I like how the music's stopping. The bullets are just going bouncing off the guy. And he's just got better aim than everybody else. It's really calming music in the background right now. And you're just watching him go to work. Lifts the visor up. Sometimes John literally just uses bullets to eliminate the distance between him and the enemy, and then uses his hand-to-hand combat to finish the job.
Need more firepower.
More. Winston's just chilling. He's yeah, we got everything you can do. Oh no, they're out. Sorry, never mind. Oh no, they got more. Winston's Ian is just the coolest.
Armor improvements.
12-gauge steel slugs. Armor piercing.
They're just cool, calm, and collected. These cool, smooth operators, these two. Now grab the guns, nod at Winston, back to work. Just another day at the office, another shift. You know, the action in these films is such a byproduct of the times. That's why it's it's probably the greatest action franchise in the 21st century. Because it really caters to... Ooh, wow. That certainly took care of the helmet problem. really caters to, I guess, our attention spans these days. Go Lance. Let's go. Oh my god. Dude, this fucking shotgun. Woo! It's really impressive how they're able to make every kill look so legit. You know what I mean. I shouldn't say legit. Just, you know, creative, I suppose. Underwater. Triple taps underwater. You really got a hard on for John. You know what they say, never meet your heroes, because might have to kill him.
But I assure you.
Yeah, if someone was trying to kill me with a bunch of people, I'd hang up too. What are the skulls again? Something really cool. Like Cobra Kai, glass really makes everything more dramatic. Way more dramatic. And painful. Oh. Well, this harkens back to like Enter the Dragon. When Bruce Lee was fighting the dude and all the mirrors, you know? He couldn't figure out which one was the guy, so he's and then the music kicks in. That groovy, great movie. This spatial awareness, Jonathan, is off the charts. Yeah. It's just fangirling up above. The next level. The difficulty goes up with each level.
Senang bertemu Anda, Mr. Wick.
It's an honor to fight with you. They're helping him up because they want to fight proper? Aw, man, that's nice. These guys, this is the best day of their lives. I like these guys. Aww. Well, it's true, he's getting up there. This is like when Goku gave Cell a sense. I got it. God, it's so much. Throw him in the glass. Whew. Jesus, I'm vaguely out of breath. Can you kill your fans like this, though? Yeah, just let them go. We're too attached to these guys now. They're not just NPCs anymore, they're fans.
If I didn't have to kill you, we'd be pals.
Let's do this.
I don't think you guys would be pals. Let's do this, yeah, no more talk. By the way, those two guys before, I know they're renowned martial artists and whatnot.
See? We're the same.
You were weird. You're weird, dude. You got a weird obsession with him. You had all the time in the world to prepare for this, and you still are proving to be no match for Baba Yaga. And now you are the prey right now, yeah? He's hunting you. Oh, he's just playing with his food now. John's on another level right now. Just finish him. Oh, you're done. You're done. Oh, the dun dun dun. Samurai movies and Old West movies. Ah! That's it, bud. The move. You learned that in wrestling. The Roma Ruska. Ruska Roma. The Russian crime syndicate. Alright, man. Well, I suppose it's a great way to go out considering you were such a big fan.
I would like to suggest a parlay.
A parlay would be good.
You guys have all of the manpower in the world, but Winston's got John Wick and Lance, of course.
Hey, John. That was a pretty good fight, huh?
Yeah. Keanu's really perfected saying yeah. Yeah.
I'll catch up to you, John.
Kind of sad.
No, you won't.
Damn.
Oh, you can take the Continental, I've no doubt about that, but keeping it, that's a different matter entirely. My allegiances run way beyond this building.
Doesn't surprise me.
And we are New York City.
Ooh.
Parlay.
Parlay.
Parsley. That's the one. Parlay.
Let me keep my power.
Under the table.
I humbly acknowledge I overstepped and repledge my fealty to the high table.
How do you feel? Yeah. How do you feel about this, John?
What are we going to do about John Wick?
$1 million or the $14 million, or maybe it's 15 million. I went up. That's $1 million.
Sorry, Jonathan. Winston, don't see any other way.
What the fuck, Winston?
The Continental will now be reconsecrated.
I feel like this was probably an act, or they planned this. Winston's a good guy.
Well played, sir.
Yeah. John's like, I can survive a fall. Wait a second. I don't know, but I could very well imagine that was all an act. Man, I think she assumes the same.
Mr. Wick is gone.
A true tragedy.
You misunderstand.
Yeah.
I mean that he is no longer on the street.
Yeah, this was part of their plan. Of course he would survive that. We followed the dog.
How far can he get?
Pretty far. I bet she's going to take out the high table. Is that what the plan is? Is that going to be the fourth movie? He's masquerading as a homeless man with his dog. I don't know the dog's name. Oh, the homeless guy's... Okay. He needs to recover a little bit. Oh, and Lawrence! Lawrence is good. Well, he's a little beaten up, but... Drinking some orange soda. Fanta. Oh, he's got his throne!
You look as bad as I feel.
Yeah.
Raise a hand if you can hear me, John.
Is it going to be the one where he's missing a finger? Yeah.
They took a finger.
They gave it to him.
John fucking Wick.
That is his middle name. Or maybe it wasn't part of the plan, but Winston knew that he would survive.
You pissed, John. Are you?
Yeah, he's gonna say yeah. He's gonna say yeah. So in the next movie, the theme is rage and revenge. Which I'm gonna have to go to pretty quick here. That was cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, I gotta get going. My review of this might just be me talking about this in comparison to 4. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a suit, but I thought this would be appropriate. A tie and gym shorts, because that's just kind of the white trash that I am. This is going to be a fairly unfocused review, probably kind of like a cursory franchise review, focusing on the 3rd and 4th films, but maybe more the 4th because it's the best. And I feel like I can confidently say that, even though I haven't seen the 1st and the 2nd in quite some time. That said, minor spoilers for John Wick Chapter 4 will follow. Potentially major. I'm not going to talk too much about plot, but I'm going to allude to things that happen. If you haven't seen that film and don't want to be spoiled, and you think I should just talk about 3, you might as well click away. I did think I liked the 3rd film a lot. I did like it a lot. And then I went to the movie theater with my friends and I saw John Wick Chapter 4. And holy shit. The holiest of turds could not do that film justice. To be fair, John Wick 4 was the first film in the franchise that I saw in theaters. And it really cemented the idea that I'm an idiot for not seeing the rest of them in the Cineplex. At this point, I believe that John Wick is as much a theater-going experience as Top Gun Maverick, Avatar, things like that, you know. 4 was unreal. I felt like I was on drugs watching it most of the time. I even said to my buddy, I can't imagine being stoned watching this. Almost all of the action sequences should be in a museum next to Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, or The Starry Night. I mean, the franchise has always been comparable to a video game, I suppose. Although I don't think that statement doesn't really carry any weight now, because video games have become an interactive movie, interactive TV series, interactive novel, however you want to frame that conversation. In all of the films, the sequences are a ballet. I've never been to a ballet, but it's got to be like watching the 4th film in theaters. That's what it felt like, a holy experience. It felt like a religious experience. Like, the plot in these films is flashy and cool, but the story is told through its action, more so than any other action franchise out there. And the same can be said for the character who expresses himself through action. I think I said in my reaction that fighting is his conversation, his way of conversing. People give Jackie Chan a lot of deserved credit for telling stories with his fight scenes. I think you could even say that the Rush Hour films, another facet of that story is told through Jackie just doing shit. And I think this franchise, this series, sort of took that idea to the next level. It did. And the 4th film takes that even further. It's long, but nothing feels repetitive. None of the fights. The 3rd film did feel a little long. All the John Wick films kind of feel that way. I think the 4th film just kind of felt that way in theaters because I was in theaters and you have to piss and stuff, you know. But the 4th film really really embraced the creativity of Chad Stahelski. Even though I said that about previous films, it's amazing that the action can just go on forever and almost never seem exhausting. The only time you feel exhausted is when you're living vicariously through John Wick. Because the director, Chad, has broken new ground with these films. He's perfected not only his craft, but his genre. He's created a new genre with these films. I'm really hyped on these films right now. John Wick's its own genre, in my opinion. Its own medium. Its own fucking thing. Entire courses could be and should be taught on the choreography in these films. The action sequences, the way they were filmed, the way they were staged. Like dogs flying around in 3, as if they're the pissed off spiritual successor of the OG, to the glass room fights in the Continental. And then in 4, that club fight with Scott Adkins. I didn't even realize it was him, by the way, until after, because of the fat suit and stuff. To the bird's eye view sequence in that building near the end of the 4th film, which was unbelievable and probably my favorite thing they've done. They did a lot of cool things, but that took me by surprise. And it was like a one-shotter. Obviously, it wasn't, but it felt that way. And that felt like a video game, obviously, because you have that bird's eye view. It's like playing old school Legend of Zelda or something. A Link to the Past. But yeah, the playgrounds that are established and then traversed in these films are... And then there was something about the 4th film that just felt more intimate to me. And maybe it was because they used more close-ups. Or I think they used a few different lenses in 4. But or maybe it's just because it was the first time I watched a John Wick movie in the theaters. like I said, but it was just more majestic. I was way more engrossed. It was way more tense, probably because you assume it's the last one with Keanu Reeves, and there's an element of tension in that. Regardless, the sets, lighting, creativity, world, characters just got better with every film. As adversaries go, Donnie Yang's Kane in 4 is the best. The way they made a blind man fight, which is of course totally a move straight out of Rogue One with Donnie as well. It was just a joy. And his relationship with John added another element to the story that I think really benefited the 4th film. I enjoyed its story more than any other besides the first film. In a Jackie Chan sort of way, his fight, the way they utilized his abilities as a martial artist and stuff, was very funny at times. Bill Skarsgård was just a perfect choice as the High Table's big bad in 4. Scott Adkins, as I mentioned. In 3, Zero as a character was fun. And then, of course, there's the staples, the Bowery King, Winston, Jerome. And yeah, it's just cool that this franchise has utilized so many talented martial artists and given them their due in a way. I know the 2 guys that Keanu fights in the Continental. I believe I've seen them before in The Raid, or maybe the first one or the second one. I can't remember which one, but and those films are incredible when it comes to fight sequences. I think I heard something about them doing an Americanized version of The Raid, and I was like, come on, guys. Anyway, all these characters, this world, everything in these films, it revolves around John, who probably speaks less in 4 than any of the other films. He does, noticeably so. To the point where I was like, oh, he really isn't talking much. In the other films, it was just kind of, yeah, he's not talking that much. But this one, he's basically a silent protagonist. And it works very, very well. I mean, all of these films have sort of contrasted John's simplistic dialogue with other characters going on these long rants or having these extravagant lines, these idioms, these speeches, which is obviously a way to amplify John's status as a surrogate for the audience, because we're connected to him and we're thrown into this extravagant world with him. If I'm talking about the first film and so on and so forth, even though he's familiar with it, we don't know that at first, and then we're introduced to all this. And these other characters, these other larger than life characters. John's larger than life in his own way, but these other characters, exhibit that a lot more outside of the action, which helps to sell this unbelievable world, this unbelievable reality where, bystanders realize none of the violence around them, which I suppose is true to life in a way. John as a character is so fascinating to me because similar to silent characters in RPGs or The Legend of Zelda, where you're given a backstory and a motive, but then you're thrown into a world and you're given the freedom to fill in the blanks, you identify with John a lot for almost no reason. Well, I guess who doesn't want to be that one guy you shouldn't have fucked with, right? You just want to be John, kind of. Except for the losing your wife and being alone thing. Can you imagine being one of the guys tasked with taking down John Wick and you're aware of who he is? You're basically just a stormtrooper and this Jedi's coming to town. Just one of the High Table's goons. Before you're raiding the Continental in 3, there's a team meeting where they all get together and you're like, wait, what are we doing today? Oh, guys, John Wick. Guys, I gotta go home. The kids, they're up to it again. And the old lady, she's calling. Sorry. How many PTO days do I have? 3 was good, but the 4th blew me away. I'm sure a lot of people had a similar experience going to see that. In particular, I think what made 3 and 4 so appealing to me was John has a tougher time succeeding in his tasks. In the same vein as like John McClane in the Die Hard series, he gets beaten up. Gets bloodied, he's tired, he feels human, he feels more human. However, he's still superhuman, the Baba Yaga. John Wick's basically a superhero. That's why I made those comparisons, or I talked about who he could beat in a fight in my reaction. He's very similar to characters like Batman and the Punisher, not only in the sense that he's morally gray, but because he still manages to resonate with the little guy being us. Watching 4, so much of it felt like a comic book or a manga, a mature anime reminiscent of the greats. It was beautiful. All these films are beautiful, but 4 is fucking beautiful. It knows exactly what it is. This franchise has always known exactly what it is. But 4 is is God compared to the other films. The other films were disciples. John Wick 4 is God. John Wick 4 is Jesus. God doesn't make sense. Jesus had disciples. John Wick 4 is Jesus. I guess that makes sense because I said Keanu Reeves was the internet's Jesus. And all of this works because of Keanu Reeves. He's Keanu Reeves. And these films lean into that. I mean, pop culture, maybe we have put Keanu on a pedestal, perhaps deservingly so. And at this point, so much accompanies his presence. His Keanu ways, the modern day, sharp-dressed surfer samurai that he is, and his gun handling is next level. Watching him reload that shotgun, take aim, reload all the guns, it's ridiculous. And I'm sure so many people have seen that video of him online at the shooting range, so you know he's doing all this. Kudos to him. And it's unreal to watch. It's so entertaining. Yeah, 3 was good. It had its weak spots, especially in the middle, if I'm being honest, I think. But 4 was a masterpiece. A love letter to not only the franchise and character, who has joined all the legends in the pantheon of action heroes, from Rurouni Kenshin to Rambo, but to this genre that's Chad Stahelski and Keanu Reeves have created, which has evolved into something else entirely, I think, in 4. Who knows what is going to follow? Not just in regards to this franchise, but in regards to how the action genre evolves. I imagine so many projects will fail to recreate or mimic what this franchise has done. 4 was just such a great way to set the sun on John. I say that intentionally, and set up the future. None of the ways in which they set up future projects like Ballerina, they didn't really do anything to set up Ballerina. Maybe the Continental, which I know is going to be a series, I think on Amazon, maybe. I don't know. I didn't do that research. None of it felt forced. I don't know how it's going to be without Keanu and Chad. He's going to be a producer, no doubt. But I can't help but feel like some of the projects that follow this one will fall into Atomic Blonde territory. I would love to see this world expand in a way that feels organic and fresh. And this universe sort of becomes a cornerstone of action in general, like Rocky has become a cornerstone of boxing movies, what Rocky and Creed franchises. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's all I have. Big love to everyone who is bored enough to join me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drive me off this platform if you must. Otherwise, like, subscribe, drink water, stay young, don't be an idiot, be a buffoon, and once again, rest in peace, Lance Reddick. Peace.